All right, and we're back. So let's look at some chart action for some crypto today. And today's, oh shit, shoot. All right, and we're back. So let's look at some chart action for some. All right, there we go. Had some feedback for a second. All right, so today is Friday, 25th, 2021, and we're going to look at the chart action for some crypto today and whatever stocks or coins you guys want me to look at. This is my watch list pretty much, and usually when I start the day, and this is I think how I'm going to start this format stream, is we can kind of go through and look at the percentage gains and losses, and we can kind of see the big losers and big winners for today. And so like today, Ethereum's down 9% right now. What else is looking pretty big? Uniswap is down 11% right now from yesterday. What else? Sushi Swap is down 10%. Filecoin is down 8%. Matic is down at another 10%. So yeah, whatever you guys want to look at, let me know in the chat and we can check it out. But for right now, we'll basically just go through the main coins that I look at. Let me see how my audio is popping. So yeah, I think that sounds, Alright, I think I just have to talk like this. Alright, so the first one we'll look at in general is probably Dogecoin. Actually, let's start it off with something else because I feel like more people might join later and they'll ask me about Dogecoin later. Let's look at the total crypto market cap, or Bitcoin. Let's look at the total crypto market cap. That'll kind of give us a general idea of what's going on with this whole thing in general. This whole market, should I say. All right, so we've been looking at this downtrend, this pretty much kind of like a falling wedge, something maybe. We had resistance right here. We had resistance right here. And then it looks like we are getting some more resistance right here. We came up and barely touched it, and it looks like we got that big red candle going to the downside. So right now, it still looks like we're in this downtrend. But like I was saying, it kind of looks like a falling wedge. This resistance and this support line look like a falling wedge slightly. I would like it if this was maybe a little bit more like this, and then also a little bit longer. Maybe something like that. Maybe it will do something like that. Actually, wow. Because we got this support right here, we got this support right here, and we got this support right here. So I mean, a falling wedge in the short term is, I guess it is a downtrend in general until you break this trend line right here. Then it is technically a downtrend. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Let me go back to where it was. So yeah, we do have this support like this though. In general, we had support right here and we had support right here. We're on the daily time frame right now. And so I guess the question is, are we going to hold this support right here, these two support levels, like average, I guess you can say, and which gives us this trend line. So yeah, we had this little uptrend going like this. We had a little uptrend going something like this on pretty much everything. I think some were bigger gainers than others, and then right now it looks like we broke that little trend line that we had going something like that to the downside, and looks like we're coming back down to retest this bottom support line, something like this. The thing is though, this pattern is getting a little tighter. So maybe this move won't be as crazy, or maybe we'll be in this little uh, what do you call it, like uh, level or zone? Yeah, that's what I was looking for. This little sideways zone, maybe. I mean, I'm just getting that from the daily time frame. We got the support right here. We got the support right here. The bodies is basically what I'm looking at. And I guess if we're looking at it on the daily time frame, then yeah, it might be just some. I don't know. Maybe we'll go sideways and then we'll see if we break up or down. And honestly, in general, that's basically the question right now. Are we going to break out of this, go into the upside and get a reversal? Or are we going to go back to the downside and get a second leg down? I've been kind of worried about this little area right here being a flag pattern. So I mean, if we drag to the top to the bottom of this flag per se, and it would be pretty much the bottom of this trend line right here, that would take us down to like these crazy levels, which I don't know. It doesn't seem like the sentiment is like that though, but I don't know. So yeah, I think I don't know. I guess the next thing we could do is look for the next level of support, which would be somewhere maybe right here, something like that, at this orange line. So like later on when we fall down and catch support there, if we fall down and we start catching support there, I'll be like, this orange line came from right here. We had support right there. So it's basically the daily time frame. Kind of look at, you could kind of, I would say, do like the bottom body, maybe something like that. That's what I do anyways. You could also maybe do this bottom, like these bottom wicks somewhere down here. And this isn't, you can't really buy this chart per se, but like these are levels to watch for when you maybe want to start dollar cost averaging back into the stuff you do like. I mean, the stuff you can buy, should I say. So yeah, this is the total crypto market cap, and this is basically, I'm guessing everything that we look at in the next hour is going to look very similar, and we're going to be saying that we're trending down and we're about to test a bottom support line. I guarantee it, all the things are going to look very similar. Some are going to be a little different, but I think Dogecoin wasn't. Let me see. That's on the Coinbase. But yeah, actually this one, maybe they are going to be a little bit different. They are slightly different. Cardano was looking slightly different than the others. Let's see, what is Cardano doing today? Minus 6%. See, that's kind of good. And then, so I have all the coins that I watch up here. Whoops. I have all the coins that I watch in my watch list up here. And then I have like my Tesla and my ARK kind of in here. And then I have some other ones like HP and Costco, Cisco. These are, I think I still let's see, which ones do I still have for sure? I know I still have HP, Cisco, and Western Digital Corporation. I'm not sure if I still have Costco. I might have a little bit of it. I don't think I have any Tractor Supply anymore. I used to. That one was running pretty good. It still is. If there's anything you guys want me to look at, let me know. Also, HPE is another one that I think I have. I know I have that in Webull, but I'm not sure. And then down here, I just have a bunch of different random ones. I have like the game, not the games, like the short squeeze stocks, like AMC, GameStop, and Nokia are some of the other ones. What's Nokia up to? Let's check this out real quick. I don't know what's up with this chart. Every time I change the time frame, the trend lines like change massively. All right, so let's look at. Do you guys like Nokia, or would you rather? Let's check out Dogecoin. Like I was saying in that total crypto market cap, whatchamacallit. Let's go through the ones that like everyone kind of wants to probably hear about. Probably like Dogecoin, AMC, and then maybe like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and then maybe like the swaps or something like that. It seems like those ones got pretty wrecked today, pretty good. Well, not wrecked, but just a good 12%. No biggie. All right, so let's go to Dogecoin, and this is on Bittrex. I started using, I started looking at the Coinbase chart too. Oh no, this is Binance. What am I doing? This is to Bitcoin though. Where's the? It's all good. Oh, it's right here. So this is the Coinbase chart. It's still pretty. It's still very new, so there's not a lot of, history. So, yeah, the thing is though, it is a little different than the Bittrex I noticed. So yeah, maybe we could kind of compare them a little bit. But yeah, okay, so here's what we're looking at on Dogecoin. All right. We had a downtrend. We still do. We're still technically in this downtrend, pretty much going something like this. Actually, yeah, until we break like this level, this level, this level, and pretty much this level, I guess well, no. If we broke this one right here, this one would be even the start of a or maybe it would be this one actually. No, it'd be this one because this one's the higher. This one's the high pretty much. Yeah, that's what I don't know. That's what I would kind of say. Which one? What level is this at? Like .447, something like that. Let's see. Something like that. I would say I would want to break above this before we start really thinking we're changing direction, in my opinion. So we could have a higher, let's see, what would it be? Higher highs and higher lows. You'd basically be breaking this high, this previous high right here. So yeah, I mean, even if you started doing this, I guess. I don't know. This doing the live stream compared to the videos is kind of different. Sometimes I think something and then I'm doing this all live and I haven't looked at this chart. It's basically like a reaction almost. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking though, is like, or maybe even like, I guess you could maybe argue maybe somewhere like right here. I don't know. I'm just looking for like a change in direction is basically what I'm kind of trying to establish. And until we break this kind of trend where it's, I mean, I guess you could break right here and it'd be a change in direction. But yeah, I mean, we have the lower highs and the lower lows. So lower low, I mean, well, that's okay. So we have the high and then the low, and then we have the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower, etc. You get it. And so we want to break that high. I think that's how it works. So yeah, in general, but we are still kind of riding this uptrend as well. Not to be like, I mean, we are still slightly. We actually did break it. I didn't really notice that till right now, but I bet if we go to like the 4-hour time frame, it'll be like a slightly different story. Exactly. So we're like testing this moving average. Let's see. Let's do the wicks. See, so that's basically what I like to do too. I will kind of watch like the hourly moving average, and that'll give me like this good uptrend. I mean, that'll give me an idea of where the uptrend is, and the trend line will stick to these bodies, but then it'll break it. But then if it breaks it, should I say, I'll go to the 4-hour time frame and see what that looks like. And so like before I start panicking and before I start selling in general, I mean, not panicking, but you know what I mean? Start taking profits, should I say? Because sometimes you don't want I have a problem where I take profits too soon. And so like right now, it did break this 4-hour moving average. So, so we broke the 1-hour moving average, and now we're kind of testing this 4-hour. So, but we're not getting, I don't know. I would say sometimes I like to give it a chance. You know what I mean? Before we really start pushing down. This big red candle, you can kind of see that also is kind of an indicator, I guess, is a sell signal, I guess you can say, or short signal, but it feels like we just broke this trend line. Was that a fake? Not this trend line. It feels like we just broke this big trend line right here, this downtrend. Let me zoom it out so I can make more sense. I should probably do this. Sometimes I record the videos and I notice that it's kind of zoomed out. What was I saying? So we have this big downtrend, and we broke above it for a minute, and it wasn't, at least on the 4-hour time frame, it wasn't just a wick and then down. It wasn't just a quick line and then the bodies continued on this downtrend. The bodies actually broke above it. Let's see what the daily time frame looks at in comparison to all this stuff. All right, I kind of want to just delete these trend lines right now, and let's focus on the moving averages. If you guys like the video so far, hit that thumbs up button. So we have this 9 moving average right here. I pretty much hammer it all the time, and I think basically I learned this from Zip Trader. I'll shout him out forever because I learned it from him. But we have these moving averages, and when they break below them, we're basically trending down, and when we break above them, they hold support and we're trending up. And that's another thing. When we break below them, they kind of act as resistance. So like right here, we broke below it, resistance, resistance, and we broke above it right here, but it is kind of acting like some resistance. So it's possible that we come down and have to retest support lines again. Like right here is probably a support that I would maybe look at again. Let's see. We're on the daily time frame right now, and let's say you're bearish right now and you want to put in a limit order somewhere down here, maybe something like .17 again. I think, wasn't there a wick down here? Yeah, there was. Right here we got a wick down to .155, but that's where I had my limit order in, and it still hasn't got filled. Actually, I could bring that horizontal line up, but I have a limit order right here pretty much, or wherever that is over here, and it never got filled. So I've been looking at that. I actually have been kind of dollar cost averaging on the way up, so I could take profits right now if I want to, but I think I kind of want to, I don't know, these, I'm not really I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. I think, and that's basically what is going on right now, but I think what I want to do is give it a chance to either really break. Maybe I should try using stop losses. I never do that, and I've never tried it on Coinbase, but like we have this trend going something like this. This is the 4-hour time frame, and I think this is the one that I've been watching in general. I think this is the one I made my TikToks on too, so maybe I should just continue to watch this trend line. We had this trend line right here. Was it like this? Yeah, it was like this. So we had that trend line, or maybe on my shorts too. I don't know if I uploaded it to YouTube though. So we had this downtrend like this, and I was watching it on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, I mean, like if you look at this pattern right here, it looks like we're almost getting a support back. We're holding support on both of the, after we broke above this, we're still holding support on that, and then we're still holding support on this uptrend. But that can change. I'm just saying that that's what's going on right now, that we are still holding support. So why dump? You know what I mean? And then 4-hour candle, look at the 4-hour green candle. I don't know, I think it's kind of, what I'm saying is I'm going to give it a chance to go up more. But like I said, on that total crypto market cap, if we look at that total crypto market cap, it almost seems like we are pushing to the downside and trying to test this trend line down here. Let's see what, like, I do think we covered Dogecoin enough. I think that's pretty good. And then, yeah, look at the 4-hour time frame on Coinbase. So we had, this is the same time frame pretty much, and we have this downtrend going something like this. 4-hour time frame. we broke above it right here, and then we pretty much faked out and got rejected back into this kind of down trend. I think someone called it a bullhorn before, like a, you know what I mean, like a megaphone, or I think that's what they're called, something like that. But anyways, yeah, so it's a little bit different. Watch, let's check it out. See, on this one, it's still above this 4 hour trend line, still holding above it. And then let's see what the actual price is. 0.2527, 0.2532. See, that's interesting as well. Okay. Yeah, and that's, I mean, I've been trading, so actually you got the better deal on it. But this one was off of, I mean, I've been using this one to trade for Robinhood, and the prices were different from Robinhood as well. So it's like I haven't. That's why I've been wanting to switch over to Coinbase, because I'm trading on Coinbase, and this will give me a more accurate picture of what the actual price is compared to looking at the Bittrex, Dogecoin chart, and then trading on Robinhood or Kraken. So yeah, that's a little slightly interesting. Right here, it still looks like we okay. So let me take off everything. It looks like we broke above that moving average. I don't know if I ever finished explaining it. We broke above it, and then now it looks like we're below it again. So we probably have to go up to the next time frame. That's usually what I do when it's like kind of undecided, and right here we're on Coinbase, so that's not going to help. And like I keep on hammering too, we're going to want to watch this weekly 9 moving average. I have a feeling that we're going to be in this little area right here for a while. Even if we kind of bounce up, we might get rejected at this .366, .365 level, something like that. I was talking about that in my last video. I don't even, I think it was my last short video or last TikTok. That I think this is the target that I'm going to be looking at. Let's turn on the things. Yeah, so we had this triangle right here. Let me see. Sorry. 1 second. So we had this triangle. We'd have to go to the 1 hour time frame though. Let's do it from the 4 hour time frame just to be a little more conservative. That's not going to take me up as far either. I think I was doing it off the 1 hour time frame. Let's do it off the 4 hour time frame just so it'll be a little stronger. That's really what I was looking at anyways. On this 4 hour time frame, we have these nice bodies on this trend line. So take that to the breakout and see that it is pretty much that same target that I was looking at. We have this target, and then we have that moving average, that weekly moving average at .366, like right above it. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of targeting right now, and that's why I'm kind of like, I'm gonna let this kind of play out. I kind of want to let it see if it's gonna break this trend line right here decisively, or if it's gonna just slowly creep up this trend line right here, creep, and then maybe like fall a little bit short of the target, and maybe like, because we had some resistance like right here too. We have this resistance like right in here. So I mean, it's possible it falls short of my target, and maybe .3314, somewhere around that area. You know what I mean? Because we are in this like downtrend. So like, I don't know. I feel like when we're in the downtrend, like the targets aren't as the bull targets aren't as strong maybe. So it's just like we're in the overall trend is bearish, you know what I mean? So I don't know. Hopefully we could change direction though. I mean, we are starting to pick up some steam on the volume though. I've been talking about that for a long time too. Is how not a lot of steam, but you know what I mean? We had in comparison to this area right here where we got like the you know, our all-time highs, we're getting at least, we're starting to pick it up at least. It was pretty dead for a while there, and I think that's why I was kind of just, I don't know. It was going sideways. I mean, there was a little ups and downs, but a lot of sideways, and then we had this little fall right here. So I guess what we can maybe do too is maybe like draw out a zone. Um, uh, Let me see. I think we could draw like this zone where we had like something like this. Something like this, and we want to break either back into the zone. Maybe we're just getting a fake out right now, and like the weak hands are getting, you know what I mean? Like maybe we like in after this is done. Let me see, where's my drawing tool? All right, so like maybe I don't know. It just seems like we were in this kind of. I guess it's not that many touches. We had support right there, resistance right here, and then we had like a little bit of support right here, came down, had support right here, and then we kind of broke down right there. Boom. So I guess that's the question. Are we going to come back into this like sideways zone? Because I mean, it was pretty sideways right here, don't you think? I don't know. So yeah, I think that's overall. In general, I think on the big, I don't know. It's hard to say because like you look at like the big weekly, monthly time frames, and we have, I mean, look at this. It's not. The other thing is though too, I guess, I mean, I don't know if I've been in it long enough to accurately predict bear markets. Like I think in the overall time frame, this is on the weekly time frame. Look how it's in this like pretty, I don't know, that looks like it's going up to me. I mean, on the bigger time frame, it looks like it's starting to come down though, but I don't know. I guess I think the sentiment in general though too, you look at the sentiment and how easy it is to buy crypto right now. It's like I don't know. I don't know if like the fundamentals are matching up with like the what's going on with the price, but maybe it's overvalued. Let's check out the RSI. You know what I mean? We could check out the RSI and see if it's oversold or overbought. On the weekly time frame, we were super oversold. Let's see. Even over here, we were oversold in this 0.75 area. 7. That's interesting. But I think we just need some time to cool off and then maybe find some support maybe on this like the 50 level. Which what are we at right now? 53.50. You know what I mean? Like all in this area right here, we had some support right there and support right there. Even we dropped a little bit below it right here. And yeah, that's at like 41. This one's at like 45. So maybe like at 41, 45. Do we need to go all the way down to there before we start getting the next cycle or the next run? In general, let's see. I'm looking for like maybe a divergence too. Let's turn everything off. Let's see. We have a downtrend. Let's look at it in like the daily time frame. All right. I'm basically looking for it to be like high over here and it going down over here. That would actually be a good signal. If, let's see, how does that work? Or is that opposite? I know that when this is going down and the price is going up, that's a bad thing. But so what would be the opposite of that? If this is going up and this is going, no, if this was going down and this is going up, that'd be a bullish divergence. See, I'm not really familiar with the bullish divergences as much as spotting the bearish divergences, which are the downtrends in the RSI when we're getting uptrends in the the price. So if we go to like the weekly, we had a bearish divergence. Where was it? Right here. Let's see. Yeah. So the trend on the RSI was heading down, and the trend on the price was heading up. Like hardcore divergence too. So yeah, I mean that's like another signal of like another sell signals pretty much. I mean not. It would have been a sell signal at that divergence up here. It's hard to say though, because it could go higher. I don't. That's why I don't really use the RSI. I don't really talk about the RSI on my videos too much. I kind of try to just keep it pretty basic. I mean, are we in the trend going up, or are we in the trend going down? And right now, on the 4-hour time frame, anyways, we have this trend that we're still holding right now as we stream. You know what I mean? We've still held it, so we're not crashing down and burning basically. Is there any other charts you guys want to look at? I see that there's a couple people here. We can look at like, I'm not sure what you guys are really interested. You guys want to check out Bitcoin? Let me see. Let me just clear off all my stuff. All the horizontal lines are pretty much levels that I've bought. I just dollar cost average all the time on Bitcoin, and I rarely sell it. Let's go here. Some are actually limit orders and resistance and whatchamacallit levels too. Okay, so let's check out the weekly time frame. Yeah. I don't know. It feels like we're going to come down still, but I don't know. We have some wicks down right here. Wicks down, wick down, wick down. And we also had wicks down right here, and right here. So let's actually look for levels of support that we might want to, instead of buying right now at, we could buy later at least save us a little. Let's see, what would, compared to right now to these wicks right here, that's 12%. You know what I mean? So let's say, I mean, that's the only problem though. Sometimes you do limit orders like this and they never get filled, like that Dogecoin at 1.155. I don't know if it's going to get filled. I don't know if it's going to keep going down or not. But I wanted a good price. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at, see even the daily, you can kind of see these wicks a little bit better. I feel like there is you could possibly argue an orange line somewhere right here. And I bet I actually put in a limit order right here. I think this is where one of my limit orders was actually, is right around 30K, somewhere around there. Yeah, it was like right here. I think I did it to this like daily body right here. And this one actually got filled when we came down right here. And it's actually been moving up. I could take profits right now, but I don't know. I guess I could. Maybe I should. Because technically we're still trending down, but I'm trying to accumulate right now more than anything, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to break out of this little sideways action going to the upside. That's what I'm kind of worried about in general. More than I'm worried about going to the downside. If we go to the downside, it's going to be cheaper Bitcoin to buy. If we go to the upside and I haven't bought yet, then I guess that's the fear of missing out though, right? So FOMO. And that's kind of the thing with Bitcoin. I don't know, I trade it less than I do the other coins because I want to accumulate it more for the future than anything. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin too, this chart's awesome. Whoops. Come here, and it's just like this. This one gives you a really good idea of Bitcoin and crypto in general. I think it's just like these huge runs. Maybe do something like, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I didn't really think this was going to happen though. I mean, when I used to watch the guy I learned from talk about this pattern right here, he used to talk about a triple bottom. Let's go check it out. And I used to think it was crazy talk. Honestly, I always thought it was crazy that I was like, how is that ever gonna happen? Because if you zoom in, I mean, we were looking at something like this for like the longest time. It seemed like, anyways, and it was like we were testing 6,000. We kept testing, we you know what I mean? We came up and testing 6,000, and he would talk about a triple bottom, 1, 2, right here was the third one, but it ended up coming down more. But anyways, he actually though it didn't really break this. No, you know what it was? It was this. Because we broke below it. I remember breaking below it like hardcore though, like a huge fake out. Something like this. And then after that, that's when we started running. Because it was like, I don't know, that doesn't even look that great now that I look at it here though. But came down after we broke right here, huge run up. You know what I mean? So I don't know, that doesn't really look that great now that I look at it again though. But it was after we broke that huge downtrend, you know what I mean? We had this huge downtrend going like this. And once we broke right here, we actually broke it somewhere like over here, but yeah, I don't know. In general, once we broke this downtrend, boom. And he used to talk about crazy targets like at 14,000, and I never thought we were going to get back out of there. I thought we were going to actually go back down, if anything. But yeah, every 4 years I feel like we're going to get some sort of crazy bull cycle or something crazy. So yeah, let's check out. So I guess in general, let's do a recap of what I'm thinking about Bitcoin right now. We have some support down here, right here too. Let's take off this one right here, because that's on the weekly time frame. We are breaking that weekly trend line. And but we are getting support on this daily trend line right here. These bodies are holding support on this daily trend line right there. So the question is, are we going to hold support right here, or are we going to break? Are we going to hold support right here? Are we going to hold support right here and break above it? Or are we going to break below it and break this support line and keep falling down? Like I said, on the weekly time frame, we actually did break this pattern, something like this. All right, you want to check out Ethereum? Let's do it. So yeah, in general, I feel like we might be coming down. There's also this support line, possibly, of this support and this support trend line going something like this. If it went down something like that, maybe like 20,000. Like I said, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. I've still been accumulating, even though it's looking slightly bearish. Like I said though too, once we break above this weekly moving average, I think that's really what we want to look for. Or maybe it's going to come down more solid. I don't know. I think once we break above this weekly 9 moving average though, I think that's when we can start getting more bullish in general. But like Dogecoin, it's kind of interesting. I'm like, I don't know. Let me check out Ethereum real quick. Let's check out, because I've had some. These were basically all lines that I was looking at. This one's on Kraken. Let me look at the one on Coinbase. Something like that. All right, so let's take a look at Ethereum. How long have I been streaming at this point? 42 minutes. Cool. All right. So we're looking at Ethereum right now. Let me clear this out. All right. So yeah, basically, I guess I should probably leave some. No. That was the other chart. What I would be looking at for Ethereum, I think I had a limit order somewhere like at 2,000 something. It was like probably somewhere right there. If we go to the daily time frame, we can kind of probably just figure it out from the. What am I looking at? This one. Okay. Do this. Do orange. Okay. So I think I had a limit order right here at this body. This right here at this body right here. And mid-20s. You think we're going up? So I had a limit order right here at this body right here and this support right here, and we actually got filled right here. It actually did not hold support though, and is still falling down. So in general, I think with Ethereum, I have a couple downtrend lines we got. So we have this resistance right here and this resistance right here that formed this trend line going out like this. And then we have this resistance right here and this resistance pretty much going all in here, forming this resistance going down like this. We had one going right here and broke straight, and then we started getting another trend down, so I moved the trend line going that way, and it's been holding that resistance line pretty much. It also lines up with this daily 9 moving average right here. So like I've been talking about on some of my other videos, once we break this 9 moving average right here on the daily time frame is going to be a start, but the weekly time frame is the one that we really want to start looking at. But once we break the daily, that's going to be at least the start of it. You know what I mean? Right here we broke above it, but we kind of just went sideways. We broke down and then we broke up and then we broke down, up, down. So we really want to get a break above it and then break above that weekly as well, because which is sitting right here right now it's at 27005. So I mean, it's possible that when we come up we're going to be retesting that area and then maybe get a bounce back down. So like you're saying, I think you said mid-20s, you think we're going back to the mid-20s. So yeah, I mean, this weekly moving average is coming in somewhere around here. So if we start heading back up, I think you're probably right that we will probably run into this moving average and probably start retesting it and maybe get a bounce. Either we break right through it, which I doubt we're going to do on the first run. I think we'll probably have to test it and then maybe probably test it a couple times and stay in this sideways thing for maybe a while. I mean, it looks like we have some resistance right here, and then we've been getting like resistance like in this area for a while as well. So yeah, let's see if we can kind of go sideways for a while, and then after that break through this weekly 9 moving average. Maybe somewhere we could let's see, let me undo this. Maybe we could form some sort of like triangle pattern doing something like this and then break through going to the upside, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, this seems like the sentiment and the fundamentals are there. I mean, it's really easy to buy crypto right now, and not everyone, but it seems like more and more people are kind of like thinking about getting into it. I guess that whole thing with China, you're probably losing a lot of stuff with that. You're probably losing a lot of, I don't know. It seems like we'll have to wait and see. I'm still bullish on it in general. I'm still been accumulating, and I've been accumulating Bitcoin, altcoins, in general, just slowly dollar cost averaging, putting in small positions here and there, especially just here at this little what's it called, this little support that we've been having on the, it was like, I think on the 4-hour time frame. I probably should take profits now that we broke this trend line on the total market cap. But like of these like dollar cost averaging positions I've been in, but it's all good. I think what I really want to do is just accumulate right now on the way down, and then yeah, see what happens later, and just do small positions and not just go all in on anything, and just do stuff that I can afford to kind of not have around. And I'm talking about really small positions. So yeah, what else is next? Let's check out Ethereum to Bitcoin. Why, I don't know, did we finish Ethereum, would you say? I would say let's look at for some more support lines. I didn't really touch on that. We have, like, I had a bunch of support levels out because there's a bunch of like these support lines right there. I mean, we have support like right here in this area, and then we have some support right here at this line pretty much. It broke through it right there. But so that would be another level right here. But let's go to like a bigger time frame, and maybe we could see something. Maybe we can see like the bodies on this one a little better. Right here was the all-time high, the previous all-time high. So that's sitting at around 1367. That's interesting. Wow. I remember when the prices were this low though. I bought like a 0.01 for like $1.50, or no, $1.15 for like a 0.01 or something like that. I just remember that. I'm always gonna remember that though. It's just gonna be hilarious. Of Ethereum. So yeah. Wow. That weekly, on the weekly time frame, these charts don't look good though, because we broke below this moving average right here, and it just seems like it's gonna just give us resistance. Let's go to the daily time frame though. At least we're close to it right here on the daily time frame. It's not like super far down. We're at least getting close to it. We just went up and tested it and got rejected. But let's see what's with the monthly though. That was the other thing that's been giving us some support on a lot of these these cryptos in general. So if you want to look at what's giving us support on whatever one you're looking at, possibly the monthly is one of the ones that's actually coming in giving us some support. And the monthly time frame the monthly 9 moving average is sitting at around 1528 right now. So I mean, I think that is where I was looking at my next limit order at, was around 15. It was definitely 15 something, and I think there was an 8 in there, so that makes sense. And that's usually how I get my, what was it on the weekly time frame? No, it was the monthly 9 moving average. That's what it is. Monthly 9 moving average, and this is probably going to move up, so this isn't going to stay still, and it's on the monthly, so we have a whole month for us to hold support in this area, and for the monthly to move upwards. So it's not set in stone basically. And yeah, let me put a horizontal line there so we can kind of have something to look at when we go back to the daily time frame. So let's take out this to give us some more stuff to look at. All right, something like this. And yeah, let's go to the daily time frame. That's what I meant to do. So yeah, I mean, we're actually fairly close. And look at what I was talking about earlier. We have this support in this area pretty much at that level that I was talking about. Pretty much this line right here that held support right there. So maybe we could move that up, like I was also talking about, to around 1580. I think that is where my limit, my next limit order was going to be at. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully we can hold support from this. Hopefully we can hold support up here from this support, from this trend line that we formed with this support right here. It seems like it wouldn't matter that like this little tiny baby support would come into play over here when we have like this big huge movement, but it is surprising how it might just do a little bit of resistance. I mean, it'll either do a little bit of resistance or wick down and actually hold the support. I don't know. It's just a level that I'm looking at basically. So, and it kind of is lining up with this orange line right here. So, I mean, it's possible I'm wrong, but that's what I would kind of look at and target possibly. I mean, we're in a downtrend right now. Sideways action, downtrend. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, we're probably in, we held support for a while, and then like Dogecoin actually got a nice little move. Like, let's take a look at the support of, I mean, let's take a look at the runs of like Ethereum compared to Dogecoin. So, well, we're on the 4-hour time frame right now, and let's just, excuse me, let's go from the bottom of this body to the top of this run right here. 8%. If we go to Dogecoin, see, and this one's still holding support. It's not. It doesn't look the same as Ethereum. This one looks like it's bouncing on a trend line. Ethereum looked like it kind of did sideways thing, and now it's kind of trending down. So if we go to the percentage from here to the bottom of this to the top, yeah, that's pretty much what I did with the other one. I mean, 59% if you called it perfectly, but you didn't even have to call it perfectly to get the same thing as Ethereum. To get the same thing as Ethereum, you could have even bought it right here when you broke the moving average, and then right here when we're testing it even, that's 25%. So like I was saying with the moving averages, you can, especially like on Dogecoin, it seems like, even on all these time frames, I've talked about this before, probably on a stream, is I was, for a while there, I was watching Dogecoin on the 5-minute time frame and trading this moving average, because you can see we break above this 9 moving average right here, boom, run up, and when we start testing it, or when we break below it, take your profits and look at right there, even from right here to right here, 6%. And it's not going to work every time. I mean, especially on these, when we're on a bear trend on the like a daily time frame kind of thing. On like the weekly time frame, I feel like we're still in like this uptrend, but like on the daily time frame, we're like cruising pretty much down. So yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but I'm starting to get tired. So yeah, what's the next thing? Cardano. I've been looking at Cardano too. Let me clear all my stuff out. Okay, so I think that Cardano is actually getting rejected right now. I made a video yesterday. It looked like we were breaking out. Dang, that's not cool. I didn't go heavy on it or anything, but still, I was hoping maybe I should take some profit on my limit order down here, because I actually put a limit order. I actually did pretty good on my limit order down here. I should take profit on it right now. Let's do it. Might as well. It looks like it's trending to the downside. What do we got? See, this one looks like it's more decisive than Dogecoin. Let's go take, I'm gonna take my profits on Cardano. It won't be. I don't know though. What about the daily time frame? The daily is below it. Below the weekly. Let me go to the chart on Binance. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. That's why I'm saying though, when I come back to here, uh, I really don't know right now. It feels like we're trending to the downside. I feel like I could probably get a better deal. Like if I sell right now, I could probably buy back down here. So let's just do it real quick. All right, so we got. Sorry, I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna take some profits on. Whatchamacallit? Where is it? I had an order. Let me show you what's going on right now. I had a order at. I'm gonna end up losing profits. I had an order right there, and let's take the profits. Market order, sell. That's how I do my profit taking. Just do a market order. I don't even mess around. Okay, cool. Made a little bit of change. Not a change, but you know what I mean. Made some. Let's see. Let me do my accounting. I like to do the accounting on this. I like to sorry, trying to do two things at once. I like to record all the transactions that I do for all my crypto. And I try to keep. I just want to have good records of it, so in case I hold it for a long term, then I know exactly how much I've held for how long. Let me see how long. Let me see this. So yeah, I just usually put the date, how much crypto I bought. Like when I buy crypto, I'll put the date in one column, and then the next column I'll put how much crypto. I could show you real quick actually. Well, I don't really want to. I could though. It's not really a lot of information here, I guess. Let me just do something like this so you don't see everything. Alright, so this is basically how I do like accounting on my crypto. So like when I buy crypto, I'll put the date right here. I think you should be able to see it. Yeah. Okay, so when I buy, I'll put the date in this column, and then I'll put how much crypto I bought in this one, and then I'll put how much I bought it, how much I what did you say? How much it was worth, the price was. Sorry. Sometimes I have to think about this stuff. How much the price was of the crypto, how much the price was selling for, should I say trading for, and then how much I actually paid for it. And then when I sell it, I do like a copy and paste, bring that over here, and then bring the I'll bring the amount of, it'll be basically the amount of crypto sold here, the amount of crypto that I paid for it right here. I'll come over here, I'll put how much I sold it for. It's like 123 or something like that. And then over here, I'll get this real number here in a minute. And then over here, I'll come do a function, do the sum of this one and this one. enter, and then that gives me a profit. Like that gives me this column of profits. So then what you could do later is do a function of the sum of this whole column. Now you have your profits, and I'm not going to do that. But actually I probably could, but so actually let's just check it out real quick. Just from Ethereum, let me show you how much, like just so you could kind of see how much whatchamacallit, you know what I mean, 500. That's just in the profits, you know what I mean? So, but I mean these little $15 whatever, they add up. So yeah, this is gonna help me keep track of like taxes and stuff like that. That's kind of my plan, is to see when I can see how much profits I'm making in general for the year, and then it'll help me with taxes, I think. So yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, I was thinking about doing a video on that. I kind of wanted to show you guys how I do that real quick. I could just throw it in there real quick. Let's see. What is next? How long have I been streaming for? I feel like it's been like a long time right now. It's been an hour. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I think that about does it. I guess we could look at these Uniswap and Sushi swaps real quick. Like I was talking about at the beginning of the video, they're the ones they came down pretty good, and they're back down at these kind of support levels that they were at before. Let's see. Feels like the bottom of this like Uniswap is somewhere like around here. Whoops. This one's all super thin. Let's go 2 and let's go orange. Orange, you're glad I put a limit order there. Okay, so I think like, I don't know. It also wicked down to like down here too. If I don't know, it's possible that it wicks down again to maybe 1409. But at the same time, it's like if the total market cap just starts, if it breaks this trend line right here, I just don't see the fundamentals behind that. I don't know. I just don't see the fundamentals unless all the institutions are just dumping like crazy. But I just see retail bullish on crypto right now. Everyone's talking about crypto, but I guess we might be, we had a really huge run up and maybe we're just doing a correction right now. So yeah, I don't know. All right, well, let's see. Uniswap, did I say? Yeah, like I was saying, on Uniswap, if it keeps coming down, maybe 1409 might be support. But if it breaks down harder, then we might be looking at like, I don't even want to know. What else do we have though? Oh, I didn't look at AMC. Let's see what's up with AMC real quick. AMC actually broke the daily trend line. So we had this moving average right here, this 9 moving average on AMC, and we actually broke that 9 moving average. What is the weekly telling us? The weekly is down here at 3170. The monthly is down here at 1472. I wonder if we're getting a correction right now on AMC. It's hard to say on this stock, honestly. It looks like we are breaking this moving average, but and it looks like we broke this trend line right here. What if we go to like a smaller time frame and like, let's delete everything and take a look at AMC on a small time frame. I can't even zoom it out enough. Let's go something like this. All right. Just so we can like really see. I mean, let's even do the wicks. That's basically what I'm looking at. Is like I want to see every little wick. I mean, if we do something like this, because we've been holding support like this. I mean, it even seems like we're breaking this support. Like we're trying to give it as many chances as it can, and but it also looks, I don't know what trend line. Maybe I would think maybe for the start would be this big run right here would be the start of this pattern. You know what I'm saying? So right here would be the start, and then we have a bottom right here, and then oh, it's so close to that. Whatchamacallit? Let me see. Let me really get close to it. Boom. And that's like super close too. So is this a little fake out? It almost looks like just like a little fake out. I wonder if we're just going to start coming back in here. I took some profits when it broke that first trend line, but I still have some shares. So I'm still kind of checking it out and still kind of waiting. It doesn't look horrible though. It's not getting a big huge red candle, and we're still pretty much in this like triangle pattern we've been in for a while now. So yeah, I like I said, I think as long as we're going sideways, if we're going sideways, that's fine. We don't want to see like this big huge red candle where all of retail just starts selling off. But yeah, but at the same time, we're below the 1 hour moving average, we're below the 4 hour moving average, we're below the daily moving average right now. All this other time we were above it. All this other whole time we were above that, and right when we broke below it, I don't know. I don't know. The weekly moving average is down here. That could be a level of support if it comes to, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's possible we get a correction. Basically what I'm thinking is it's possible that we get a correction down to here, but I'm just gonna like I said, I already kind of have taken profits. Like when we broke this first trend line, I think it was like even like right here, something like that. I was like, I'm just gonna take some profits. But then I'm like, I'm gonna let some of it ride, and it went up after that. So let's kind of, I don't know. For me, I'm still holding what I am holding, and then I'm pretty much just letting it do whatever it wants to do. I don't really care. But yeah, I'm more into crypto right now. Let's see what else we got. Nokia looks actually pretty good. And Nokia is kind of old school. Let me get like a clear trend. We have something like I almost want to just delete everything and start again. Okay, so with Nokia, we have this uptrend going like this. This is the weekly time frame. And I feel like Nokia is like a long-term play, so like it is like a weekly, monthly time frame kind of chart. But look what we have here. We have kind of like, I mean, I guess you could argue, I mean, that's the only thing though, is like, where do you start these trend lines and stuff like that? In general, I would say this looks like a little trend right here. You know what I mean? So maybe we would want to start the trend line somewhere up here. But this looks from but the thing is this little trend looks more like a well-balanced price, you know what I mean? Instead of this one where it's like kind of volatile. This one's like cruising. So yeah, and this is on the monthly time frame. So I mean, yeah, this stock's been around for a while, apparently. But check out the volume though. We had, I mean, even when these all-time highs right here, lower volume than what's being traded right now. You know what I mean? We got these green candle. We got a bunch of green candles actually the last couple of months. It looks like. Let me zoom in so you can see better. You probably can't even see it. If we zoom in right here, the last couple, they are green candles. And when compared to back here, they're bigger than these candles. So, and they are, let's see, what happened right here. We had a nice big green candle right there. And then nothing really happened. So, well, I guess that's not true. We had a nice little run right here. That was a nice little run. But yeah, in general, I would say we're looking at this downtrend like this. We have this trend line right here. And it looks like we're breaking it right now. When we broke it, we broke out of it right here with the wick. And that was that Robinhood trading. I mean, that was that short squeeze Robinhood day of infamy. And yeah, the price went up huge. I actually made a pretty good trade on that day, and ever since then I've been kind of looking at Nokia. So, and the thing I like about it is that it had like, it's basically this, we had huge all-time highs and then big huge downtrend. And I think one of the things is we're starting to test this downtrend right here. I think that's one of the things that I like about it. If you get from this resistance right here, this resistance right here, we're testing this downtrend. It's kind of like, remember how I was talking on Bitcoin? It looks a lot like that. I mean, don't you think? I mean, let's look at this and then compare it to Bitcoin. I mean, it looks very similar. So, yeah, we have that. It's like I don't know what you would call it. It was kind of like it was like a falling wedge kind of thing, right? That was the other thing we were kind of looking at, maybe, on the Bitcoin. So maybe like a falling wedge, something like that. Boom, boom, boom. But like, look at that compared to Bitcoin, like 2017, 18, I think it was. Let's go here. But that was like that's a much bigger time frame. Actually, if you look at this on the monthly time frame, Bitcoin looks like a little baby compared to Nokia. But if you go to the daily time frame, check it out. Something like this. See, I mean, we had like this big, sort of. I don't know. It looks pretty similar. We had this kind of triangle pattern trending down, and once we actually broke that big downtrend, it actually took forever though. We actually broke it right here. So I wonder if with Nokia we're gonna have to see some more blood before we actually get that big green. Those big green candles. Let's go back to Nokia real quick. So, okay, so check it out. We have like these bottoms. Is that like Nokia? Let's check it out. I just feel like in general, we have huge highs, big downtrend in general. And then when we break that huge big downtrend, that's when we really got to see something happen. If we go to Nokia, and plus Nokia's doing like 5G stuff. I haven't really super researched. I haven't done a lot of research in them, honestly, but what was it? I liked the chart, and then they're doing like 5G stuff. I think they were like doing lines across the ocean, and I don't remember. I haven't looked at Nokia in a long time, or done any research on it, should I say. Yeah, and so we have to go back to the monthly time frame on this one. But yeah, okay, so back to the Bitcoin compared to Nokia. We had like this huge run, and then like kind of like this downtrend, and then like we had support on that bottom trend line. You know what I mean? And then once we kind of broke, but like I was also saying, are we gonna have to see blood before the Nokia price actually breaks through this trend line? You know what I mean? Right now we're getting an uptrend, gonna test this, but I don't know. I didn't really think about that till just now. It's already pretty low though. The price is already very low, and that was the other thing too. Is it's very, like, the price is just very low, and it's I don't know if that's really a good reason to buy anything if the price is low, but you could buy a bunch of something if the price is low, and then if the price was high, this is where it could be if they turn their stuff around possibly, and then also trash everything and do a Fibonacci retracement, do a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom. And if it retraced back to even just the 50% level at $30, that would be a good 440%. If we go back to if we go to like the 36% level from here, from where we're at right now, we're looking at 738 approximately, and then maybe somewhere, let's look at the previous resistance area right here. Let's see how, if we could go back to those levels. Like let's say it just went on this huge run and short squeezed like crazy. 637%, 639 approximately. So yeah, but we're also looking at a monthly time frame, so this could take years or whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And we still have a lot to deal with down here. We have this trend line down here, and there's probably going to be some resistance over here at this, which lines up with actually this 38% level right here of the Fibonacci. Maybe that's, I don't know. I was going to say maybe that's actually the first target. Even this red line right there might, because there's resistance right here. But we'll see what happens. If something happens, like I said, right now we're on a downtrend on this. We were on a downtrend, and it looks like we're actually breaking that trend line right here. So something like that. Broke it right there. Let's see if, and we have continued on it. And I've talked about this for a while, and it's been probably a couple months. Hopefully we can break above this trend line, stay above it. We broke above this moving average, and we're staying above it, so that's good. Weekly time frame, we broke above this moving average right here, and we're getting support on it right now. We actually just got support on it. Let's zoom in a little better so you can see it. We actually just got support right here and got a nice little bounce. All right. I think that about does it though. I want to talk about more, but I'm getting a little tired. I'm not tired. My voice is getting a little sore. So I think that is about a good indicator of when I should call it. I'm looking for anything else that I really should probably touch on before I take off. Tesla. Let's look at Tesla real quick. See Tesla on the weekly moving average. I think we might have to be in something like this with crypto though, where it's like this big. Well, we already broke down. See, with Tesla, I was waiting for us to break this 9 moving average right here, and we actually broke it right here. So right now, I think we can start getting bullish on Tesla again. Maybe I should start doing Tesla technical analysis videos again, because I bet Tesla's going to start running. What about the monthly moving average? Yeah, we're above. So we're above the moving average on the monthly time frame. We're above the moving average on the weekly time frame. We're above the average on the daily time frame. The 4 hour and the hour don't really matter, but they're not bad to have on your side. The 4 hour, we're above. The hourly, we are broken above it. So I mean, the next test would be to test the 4 hour. You know what I mean? We'd come in and test the 4 hour moving average. But it looks pretty good. Maybe I should start doing updates on Tesla. All right. If you guys like that stream, hit that thumbs up button. What I think I'm gonna start doing is streaming on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe Saturdays and Sundays, but I'm not 100% sure. Actually, I think I'm gonna do shorts on those days. I don't know. I think I might do short videos on those days, but I'll do a morning video on Monday. I'll do a evening video on Wednesday, and then I'll do a morning video on Friday. So, yeah, and we're talking about like Denver time. We're talking about United States Denver time. So, yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys like this video and what you guys think. If there's any way I can make it better, let me know. All right, you guys have a great day. See you in the next one.